Hello viewers, welcome to the Fall 2016 edition of Bear TV News, UPIKE's very own student-produced newscast. I'm Travis Stamper.
And I'm Miranda Davis. We're here to cover some of the most recent news around UPIKE and the surrounding community.
For our first story of the day, we have a report on the Biology Club's Haunted Lab event that was held on campus over Halloween weekend.
As students gather to the Armington Learning Center on campus at the University of Pikeville, they received a haunting scare.
Well, the Haunted Lab is a haunted house we have in Armington. We do it every year, and it's kind of a fun way to get involved with the with just being involved in campus.
The biology department hosted the annual Haunted Lab on October the 29th through October the 30th.
If you want to help out, just come down, and it's not a real formal thing. Just come down, say you want to help out, we'll sign you in, and we'll get your face painted, and we can have a good time.
This spectacular event was open to the community, allowing scares for everyone.
Sign sheet, I believe Dr. French. You can talk to Dr. French. You can talk to pretty much any of the biology professors, and they'll funnel the information to me eventually.
The biology department is welcome to volunteers, and if anyone is interested, just talk with the biology professor to be signed in. I'm Ashley Norman reporting for Bear TV News.
The Haunted Lab wasn't the only Halloween event on the campus. We also have a story on some other spooky campus festivities as well.
Hello, fellow UPIKE students, faculty, and staff. This evening we will be reporting about the UPIKE Nightmare on the 23rd. Haunted house event that took place on Halloween night at UPIKE South Resident Campus, hosted by the members of the SGA and Student Services. This event went off without a hitch, with many activities like roasting marshmallows and weenies at the bonfire, dancing to the songs that were played over the DJ's loud booming speakers.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Got our practice kind of late, so we got here a little late. But it was pretty cool. It scared me a little bit, but it was all right. Pretty.
In the ever so frightening haunted house, people were guaranteed a night of thrill, with various monstrosities and psychopathic cannibals and clowns. The haunted house was guaranteed to scare the wits out the bravest individual. After their frightening and memorable experience inside the haunted house, people would gather around the bonfire just to relax, to have more hot dogs, and just to socialize with the other fellow UPIKE students.
This is the Halloween haunted house planned for tonight because it was a good Monday night and we figured we could get a lot of people out here. And as you can tell by the crowd behind me, we had roughly about 200 people here, so it was a very successful event.
We can certainly say that the haunted house was a success. People continued to flow into the UPIKE South parking lot just to participate in the festival. New friendship, new bonds, and new memories for UPIKE students were certainly made. I'm Joe Foster, signing off with UPIKE Bear News.
For our next segment, we'll send it over to our reporter for information regarding the UPIKE U-Parodies video contest.
Once a semester, students gather to make a video based on their favorite movies or TV shows. These videos are dubbed as U-Parodies, but what exactly is a U-Parody?
It's basically a chance for UPIKE students to make a skit of a movie or one of their favorite TV shows and make jokes about it.
So we can do filming for.
And it couldn't be easier to make your own.
Well, if you want to make a U-Parody, there's one thing you need, and it's very important. You need a camera. But you probably also need an idea. I mean, you can't really make a parody without an idea. But I mean, it can be anything. Like think of, let's go with Walking Dead. Just think of someone like Ralston as Rick. That's all you need right there.
Well, his name's Red Floyd.
The best part of making a U-Parody is viewing the finished product. Everyone will be able to view your finished films right here at UPIKE.
The films are due November 7th, and they'll be shown at What's Up Wednesday on November 9th. But usually it's about 2 days prior you'd have to have it submitted to Andrew.
Even though there's a prize for coming in first place, it's all about having fun while you make your U-Parody.
Television and movie film star Will.
This has been Hope Toker for Bear TV News.
Now is the time of the show where we sit down and talk to two UPIKE students about their experiences on campus. It's time for Bear Update.
Hi, I'm Anthony Roberts, and welcome to the Bear Update. For our first guest today, we have a UPIKE senior, Brian Dunn, who's a senior film and media program and a percussionist in the UPIKE pep band. Welcome, Brian.
Thanks for having me.
So, Brian, what brought you to UPIKE?
Once I started getting closer to graduation, you start looking into colleges and all that stuff. I was in band in high school, so I really wanted to go somewhere who had a band, and I really wanted to do film and media arts, and just so happened that the next semester that I would have been in college, UPIKE was starting a film and media program, and I got a scholarship to go here playing in the band.
Okay. And what made you want to be a major in film and arts media?
Well, with film and media, I've kind of been making little movies my entire life over just as many random things as I can. So it just seemed like the right thing to do. I really enjoyed doing it. So.
Okay. And last year you completed your thesis film in FMA senior production course. Can you tell me what the film was about and what was it like making it?
So the theme that I really wanted to explore with that one was being in a very, very mentally abusive relationship, which kind of sucks because you got to revert back to your high school self and put yourself back in that situation. But it was weird. But it kind of focuses around this man who lives inside this little box, and he's being kept there by his love interest, and just kind of takes a metaphor and puts it into really literal context.
Okay. And as an FMA scholarship recipient, you get to do a lot of various projects to help the film program. Can you talk about some of these projects and duties?
Yes. Well, you have to go film a lot of stuff for a bunch of different people on campus. Like another student and I filmed the communication alumni panel. We filmed a lot for Jenny Wiley Theater. You do U parodies and just stuff like that, and you're always busy doing something, but you're always having fun doing it at the same time, or at least that's how I feel.
Okay. And what is your favorite non-FMA class that you've taken here at UPIKE that you would recommend to others?
I would have to say spirituality and world religions, because it really gets you thinking about, or at least it did me, get me thinking about how you can express your spirituality through a bunch of different mediums. I just happened to do it with masks, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. I'm learning more stuff about myself that I didn't even know.
And then moving back to the band, tell me a little bit about your involvement in the UPIKE pep band, and what is it that you do.
Okay, so I'm a percussionist. I play quads. Every now and then I will jump over to drum set. Sometimes I'll play cymbals, and as a percussionist, you're there to kind of keep the beat going, to keep rhythm and everything. And Nathan really, the band director, Nathan Varney, he really emphasizes that you have fun doing it too. So it's not like it's 100% a job. You have to be perfect every single time, efficiency. It's, if you can just be good at it and have fun with it, that's kind of what it's like.
And it's common at basketball games or football games where we see you performing that you have all these different masks you make. What's the story behind the mask, and do you make them?
I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. So the masks, I really got into mask making when I was going out of 8th grade and was introduced to Slipknot for the first time. And I really wanted one of their masks, but we couldn't get it for some reason, and then I was like, you know what, heck with it, I'll make it myself. And it wasn't perfect, it was ugly, and it looked like complete crap, but I was proud of it, and then just started building on it from there on, and now it's just to the point where I'll just make them on a whim, and each one of them has their own unique story behind them. But yeah, I do make most of my masks. I think out of the ones that I wear now at ball games, there's 2 of them that I haven't actually made.
All right, Brian. Well, my final question is what are your plans after graduation?
Dude, I don't know. I think right now it's kind of get a job wherever I can, start saving up, paying on student loans, and kind of get your foot in the door for the rest of your life,
All right, Brian. Well, thank you. We'll be right back with our next guest, Desmond Metter.
Hi, I'm Jacob Thomas, and welcome to the second Bear Update interview. Today I'm talking to UPIKE student athlete Desmond Metter. Welcome, Des.
Thanks for having me.
Des, can you tell us what led you to UPIKE and the basketball program here?
Well, what led me here was I had a couple of friends who had actually been recruited by some of the coaches, and they told me about the program, how great it was, you know, the coaching staff, how excellent they were, and their success. So I developed a relationship with one of the coaches, Coach Compton, and he recruited me here, and ultimately I decided to come here and play basketball for them.
What is your role on the basketball team, and what goes into preparing for a game?
Honestly, I'd say my role on the basketball team is to do whatever it takes to help the team win. That could be anything. That could be scoring, rebounding, defending. Any of those things really is what I'm bound to do every night I step on the court.
How is the season going so far, and what expectations does your coach have for the team and the rest of the season?
Right now, our season started off real good. We're 5-0. We've beaten the majority of the teams by a 15-plus margin. I believe our coach and our expectations is actually to win a championship. We have good enough athletes, good enough players, good enough team, and we're developing real good chemistry.
What is your favorite class you have so far at UPIKE, and why?
I would say it's a tie between video production and communication. Video production is pretty much my major. I want to get into, broadcasting and voiceovers. And communication also helps me, with my speaking and learning how to speak in front of people and prepare for my future success. So.
What is your major at UPIKE, and what made you decide that?
Video production. I think my voice really, made me want to do it because my voice is, deep, obviously. And I kind of want to get into, movies and voiceovers too, possibly. So.
Okay. What is it like balancing sports with academics?
I'd by far say that's definitely the hardest thing to do. You don't really have much free time. You're pretty much balancing in between what your coach wants you to do and, the different assignments that your teacher wants you to do. But it's definitely doable.
What advice would you give other student athletes, and what do the faculty need to understand?
To other student athletes, the best advice I tell them is once you get an assignment from a teacher, knock it out as soon as possible. Don't wait, don't procrastinate or anything like that. Just get it out the way. And to faculty, I wish they'd understand that sometimes, I personally believe that athletes should, get a little bit more time to do their assignments because we have games, we're traveling, we're tired, we're exhausted. So I believe that, we should probably separate our due dates compared to, regular students.
Right. And what little free time you have, what do you like to do?
In my free time, I usually just go to the basketball gym, get some extra shots up, or I just go to the library and try and get any work out the way. There's not much free time, so I might as well just continue doing what I'm trying to do.
What are your career plans after UPIKE?
My career plans, mainly to be just successful in whatever I plan on doing, whether that be, basketball professionally or getting into voiceovers and movies and anything like that.
Okay. All right, thank you for your time, Des.
Now it's time for our final segment of the day, the sports update.
Hi, I'm Robert Rundle, and I'm your host today for the sports update. Today I'll be giving you information on your UPIKE teams, and first let's head over with Logan Sales to talk about UPIKE baseball.
We were able to talk with the assistant coaches of the UPIKE baseball team to find out what they think about this upcoming season as well as the World Series they will play this week.
The season's looking good. We're more talented and more athletic this year than last year. Just trying to build upon what we instilled last year with the guys and keep pushing and try to ultimately win a ring.
Pitching staff's pretty heavy with upperclassmen. Guys had a lot of good years last year, and hopefully we can keep that steam going and build upon that and rack up some wins.
It brings tradition. It's good for the guys to be competitive with each other. We don't play anyone outside of ourselves in the fall, so the World Series really brings competitiveness and how.
We also caught up with sophomore pitcher Bruce Bell and asked what his thoughts were on the season as well as the Blood Series coming up this week.
This Blood Series, I feel like we can come out and do big things if every one of our guys comes out and plays their role, does what they need to do for us to get the win. That's pretty much it.
Thanks, Logan, for the report. Now let's head over and get a story on the men's basketball team.
Here in the UPIKE gym, Coach Kelly Wells and his team are working hard for the game on Tuesday against Union College. This will be the first road test for the Bears. As a senior, Marshall Bennett has been here before.
It feels good to be back this year. We have a great team, good unity. It seems like we're going to have a good year. Every senior wants to have a big year, so to come out on top, to have a great season, and personally, I want to have a career after this, professional career. So hopefully, I can have my plans and contract ready for next year.
And newcomer Desmond Metter is also off to a great start, averaging 14 points a game.
So far, I'm liking UPIKE a lot. It's been an adjustment from coming from Phoenix, Arizona, all the way over here to Kentucky UPIKE, but I'm enjoying my experience so far. We're doing real good right now. We started off, 5-0, beat all our teams by about 15-plus margin. Got real good team chemistry, so doing real good.
Come out to the Expo this year and support the Bears as they go for Mid-South Championship. The Bears are 5-0, and the first 8 games are at home. The Bears play tonight at the Expo at 7 o'clock. I'm Matthew Robertson, UPIKE Gym. Go Bears.
Thanks for the coverage. We wish the best of luck to the men's basketball and women's basketball teams this season. Now let's head over and get some coverage on the esports team.
Here we are at the University of Pikeville's Student Lounge. Inside the lounge, students come to play games and hang out. Also located inside the Student Lounge is the University of Pikeville's esports arena. I was able to get an interview with 2 members of the esports team.
My name is Austin Bowen, and my online alias is Bear Girls.
My name is Keenan Turner, my online name is Dende.
Here we see Austin Bowen playing League of Legends as the character Draven versus some bots. League of Legends is a game that is played by millions of people around the world. In fact, it's the highest played online free game there is. Now, these 2 guys here are very high-ranked players. I was curious on why these guys decided to join the esports team, so I asked.
Well, I got injured playing football in high school, and it ended up I wasn't able to play anymore, so I took up League, and coincidentally, the year I was graduating, Eric messaged me about playing, and here I am. Right now, we started off with just League of Legends, and then this semester we moved into League of Legends and Hearthstone, and then next fall we're moving more into having an Overwatch team. Right now we have an Overwatch team, but it's just club related. The university doesn't recognize it.
And thanks to the players of the esports team who allowed us to interview them today and giving us valuable insight onto the esports experience. If you'd also like to join the esports team, you can contact Eric Von Hoos over at the esports arena located in the student lounge. This has been Cody Johnson with Bear TV News.
That's it for the sports update. I'm Robert Rundle, and I will see you on the field, UPIKE Bears.
All right, that wraps it up for this edition of Bear TV News. Thanks a lot for joining us, everyone. I'm Travis Stamper.
And I'm Miranda Davis. We'll see you next time.